Welcome everybody to People Power Places Custom House in Canning Town. I'm Lisa Taylor. I'm the Community Neighbourhood Area Manager for Beckton Royal Docks Custom House in Canning Town. And welcome online. I can see Anna, who's facilitating, and we'll get some chance for some interaction throughout the evening. But just got a few slides to go through, some information to give you. Okay, so here we are. And there's our agenda for the evening. We've got a couple of hours, but it'll fly by. So we're at the welcome housekeeping and why we're here. And then we will get on to introducing our cabinet lead, the councillors, Royal Docks team, working group members, and the Youth Advisory Board. We'll be discussing local priorities. A lot of people have been voting over the last few weeks, but it's our last chance this evening. We've got an activity where we let you choose your local priority if you haven't already voted, and then another activity where we announce the local priorities, and activity 3 where we'll be discussing project ideas, and then next steps towards the end of the evening. Okay, so housekeeping and guidance. So it's a hybrid meeting. We've been trying these for a while and hopefully it's working pretty well. So we've got attendees joining online. Welcome, we'll see you all soon, and attendees in the room. There's no fire alarm planned. However, if it does sound, please follow myself and other staff members out of this door, out of the fire exit, and then we need to congregate by the large tree in Rathbone Market Square. The meeting will be recorded, so again online, you can turn off your camera, but please, we'd love to see your faces. So please let us know if you require British Sign Language. We have signers here in the room. Anybody in the room who requires British Sign Language? No? Yes. Hello. Hello. So, great. Is this working? Yeah? Fantastic. Lovely. So, and online, anybody? Anybody giving you the shout, Anna?
No, all good.
We're all good.
All good. Okay. Right. Room team facilitators and experts. Too many people to introduce you to, really. But Claudette is pointing at me and motioning something. Ah, we have another person who's using British Sign Language. Amazing. Okay. Is this working? Yeah. Great. Thank you. So, facilitators and experts. We've got facilitators on the table. Do you want to put your hand up if you'll be facilitating discussions this evening? Thank you. And then we've also got some experts from different areas in the council who can support you with your priorities, ideas and project ideas. We'll do more small introductions later. So please just listen to each other, be respectful. You don't have to agree. Do share what comes to mind. And enjoy being part of shaping your community neighbourhood. Okay, so I think, Medina, you're going to come and just talk through the next few slides. I don't think we've got Councillor Charlie McLean here at the moment from looking around the room, so hopefully we might get to say hello to her online later or in person if we're lucky. So Medina's going to talk you through a few slides here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. I'm Merdine Wright Simpson and I'm the Community Neighborhood Senior Officer for Custom House in Canning Town. Okay, so what is People Powered Places? So it is Newham's Council's participatory budgeting program and is one of the largest and successful program in the UK. We have £16 million of funding to give to residents and voluntary community and faith sector organizations. This money, of course, comes from developers called Neighborhood Community Infrastructure Levy, and going forward, you'll hear we refer to it as NCIL. So we have been fortunate. That's Beckton and Royal Docks and Custom House in Canning Town in receiving an additional £80,000 from the Royal Docks team. So we will have a little bit more money to distribute to our prospective projects. We have been running since 2018 and have funded over 300 projects, and I must say 300 successful projects. In the 2023 to 2025 cycle, 114 projects were completed with a reach of over 54,000 engagement. Isn't that wonderful? Next slide, please. Okay, so how does it work? How does this program work? Each of the 8 neighborhoods in Newham are allocated around £200,000. Residents choose local priorities to shape the types of projects which can receive funding. And you have all been voting on this over the past weeks, and you will have a final chance to cast your vote later on in the meeting. So residents, voluntary, faith and community sector, and young people can apply for funding. Residents decide how funding is spent through voting for projects. And of course, who can vote? Anyone who lives, works, or learns in the community neighborhood can take part, not only vote, can take part and apply for funding as well. Next slide. So our 25 to 27 cycle, we're here today where it's now June to July, and we have now chosen the local, or will be chosen the local priorities. We have done so already online at our local libraries and community center. And again, we'll have an opportunity to do so during this event. July to September, of course, we will open our application phase so you can apply for funding to bring your ideas to life. We will have support clinics taking place on different days, and we will tell you all about that during the next steps. And then in November, we will be voting for the top 10 projects that will make a difference to the neighborhood. And then we move over to March 2026 to February 27, when we will have delivery of all the wonderful projects, which will help to improve our local area. And in March 2027, we'll have a big celebration. We'll look at all the achievements and the impact and the changes from these projects that have been made. Okay. Okay, so we have had over the past cycles lots of evaluation. We have had feedbacks. We have had so many comments on, how we can enhance the program. And so with this new cycle, 2025 to 2027, some changes have been made to the program. We have ring-fenced the funding. So as you can see, 25% resident-led projects, and they can attain up to 5,000 per project. 25% will be to youth-led projects, and they can apply up to 10K per project. And 50% will be for the VCFS-led projects, and they can apply up to 20,000 per project. Of course, we're hoping that we will have more youth-led projects during this cycle, but just bear in mind that these need to be delivered with an organization such as a school, youth zone, or youth club, or other groups. We have also had the launch of an alumni network. I know quite a lot of people have been asking for this. What happens at the end of a cycle? Where does the project, how does the project move on? So we have launched the alumni network. We have also created a youth advisory board, and we'll hear from a representative later on. And starting this cycle, we are limiting project leads to receive funding a maximum of 3 times. We want everyone, all residents and other voluntary community faith sector groups to, get a share of this funding. So hence we're limiting one project going more than 3 times. Next slide, please. Okay. Yes.
Thank you. Thanks, Badine. I'm just going to use this opportunity this moment to just introduce Councillor Charlene McLean. Is there any chance, Samuel, we can click back to the slide with Charlene's lovely picture? There we go. There we go. Yes, why not? Just in case you forget, you do,
Hi, good evening, everybody. I know that you've been listening to the officers for quite a while now, so I don't want to bore you. But I just wanted to say hello and to say thank you so much for coming. It's great that we've got another cycle of PPP at the moment, and you've seen some of the changes that we've made. We've listened to people and we've made changes to make this cycle bigger and better. So I look forward to hearing your ideas that you'll be speaking about this evening. And I'll also look forward to seeing which projects you put forward and what the priorities for Custom House and Canning Town are going to be. So that's it from me and from me. And I will see you in a little while when I'm walking around. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelley. Yeah, why not? Okay, so on to our local councillors. I'm just scanning the room. I don't think I can see any in person. Anna, do you know if we've got any of our Custom House or Canning Town councillors online?
No, I don't think we do at the moment.
I know there was a clash this evening.
There was, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, we do try and arrange these meetings when it doesn't clash and then it does later. So those are the councillors. If any join us, we can get them to come up and say hello.
I don't think we've got any. No. So move on. Yeah.
Okay, corporate leadership member, if you want to just flick the slide on, Samuel. So Paul isn't able to make it this evening. He's actually got a meeting with the mayor. But Paul, who is the lead for inclusive economy across the council, has been very supportive over the last couple of cycles and has attended several meetings. So I know I'll be disappointed not to have made it this evening and see all of you here. But hopefully at the next one, we will catch up with him. And the Royal Docks team. And I'm now going to introduce you to Tricia, who's just going to talk a little bit about the Royal Docks and their initiatives.
Hello everybody, so I'm Tricia Sharma, I'm the Monitoring and Reporting Manager for the Royal Docks team. So the Royal Docks programme is a joint initiative between the Mayor of London and the Mayor of Newham, and it's set to produce over 55,000 new jobs and 36,000 new homes over a 25-year period. So far, we have focused on 3 strategic outcomes. So the first outcome is prosperity, jobs and investment. The second outcome is sustainability, which is to do with climate emergency and responding to those priorities as well, and well-being. And the third outcome that we have is to do with culture and creativity. So those are our key focus areas and our key priorities for the next 5 years specifically. So far, we have delivered over 120 meters squared of public realm across the Royal Docks, and our upcoming priorities include to focus on community well-being. We are participating on a study with UCL currently. That's a 10-year-long study to look at the livelihoods of people that reside within the Royal Docks as well as Newham, to then track and see how the unfolding of development is actually affecting communities that are not only just entering the newer communities, but the communities that already reside there. So a key strategic approach to our program is to use that data and inform some of the challenges we have around, what the communities are facing and what the key neighbourhood issues are, and put them central to our approach. So it's really exciting for me to be here this evening. I have a background in public health and social statistics, so I'm very excited to see, what you all have to say.
Thanks, Tricia. Okay, so now it's time for the working group. So, and now Madine's gone off to talk to Anna, because I know we've got Maz, I think, who's going to just say hello online. There's a great picture of us meeting quite a few weeks back, and the name's here of our working group. So is Maz there to say hello, Anna?
Yes, Maz is here.
Hi everyone.
Right, we just need some sound, Maz, but I love the backdrop.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Oh, did you? Oh. We'll just get the sound sorted out. Maybe we could ask Yeva to come up first then and come and say hello, and give Maz a minute to get the sound sorted. Thanks, Yeva.
Hi everyone, my name is Hewa. I am working group member and I've been asked tonight to introduce our new working group. I think there was picture somewhere. And if you're in the room, would you like to wave, or if you're online, where you are, and briefly explain you who we are and what we do. So working group members are jointly effort with the Newham residents and council officers who supports the project from the beginning until the end. And we have a few duties. First of all, is our role is to promote people power places. So we share with our communities, with our any groups we are about the project, and encourage people to attend the events, to be project leads, to vote, and be involved in any way it works for them. Another very important role is to shortlist the projects. So we are the people who have a first glimpse in the projects and shortlist the projects who goes for the public votes. Another very important, and I think one of the hugest duties we have to do is monitor projects. So we choose the projects that is close to our heart, sometimes two projects, depending how many we have, and we do regular visits. We make sure that they deliver what they promise to deliver in applications, and we have to write a short report at the end. And there's another things we have to do, like provide the feedback about the project, about the actual people power places. We also meet lovely people around, and sometimes magic happens. Some working group members in the next cycle becomes project leads. So there are a lot of beautiful things we as a working group members can do. And one of the things is to talk at the events. So I would like to introduce, I think there is a Maz online who's going to share about his motivation in joining the People Power Places. And we have somewhere in room Ida, who will share her experience as a previous working group member. What does it mean to be a working group member? So Maz, to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you please confirm if you can hear me?
Yes.
That's great. Perfect. Okay, so hi everyone. First of all, apology, I'm not here in person, but I'm in spirit, and I'd like to convey my passion and motivation why I joined People Powered Places group. So my name is Maz Subhani. I'm truly honored to be a part of this People Powered Places group in Newham. When I first heard about this initiative, I felt a connection to its purpose. The idea the local people, residents, neighbors, families can come together to shape the places we live in. That really resonated with me. And being a people person, I knew I wanted to be a part of something that puts people at the heart of decision making. So I chose to join this group because I believe in the power of community. I believe in the power of people decision making. I have seen firsthand how much knowledge, creativity, and care exist within our neighborhood. So sometimes the voices go unheard. People Powered Places offers a platform to change, to make sure that everyone, regardless of the background or circumstances, has a voice and a role in shaping our shared community. So for me, this is more than just a role, it's a responsibility. I want to ensure that the decisions we make reflect the real needs and hopes of the people of this community. Whether it's improving public spaces, supporting local projects, or simply creating more opportunities for people to connect, I want to be a part that happen. I also see this is an opportunity for me to learn and grow and learn from other people, learn from experiences from this neighborhood, and to work with people who care just as much as I do about our community. So I'm excited to bring my energy, my ideas, my passion, my willingness to listen and learn. So Newham is a vibrant, diverse borough full of potential. I believe when we come together as a resident, council, or as a community group, we can create places that are not only better, but fairer, more inclusive, and more reflective who we are. So thank you for welcoming me to this place, to this group, and I look forward to working with you all and helping build a Newham that truly reflects the voices and values of its people. So I look forward to working with you all, and thank you for having me today.
Hello, my name is Ida, and I am now going to commit the cardinal sin of all teachers by reading from my phone. I do apologize in advance. So this is my second working group cycle, and I became a working group member because I truly wanted to be a part of a team that supported its inhabitants. I feel that being part of the process that provides financial support for community projects, I had a chance to be a hand that supported my community, and I felt empowered to address concerns I had, such as, were the elderly being properly supported? Were the young being catered to? How was my local community cohesion? And did people feel safe in their local area? These were priorities that were important to me as a resident of Newham. So when the opportunity to become a working group member presented itself, I jumped on it immediately because now was my chance to make a change to the lives of those in my local community and to have a part in seeing those changes implemented. Being a working group member has been truly an emotional experience in the most positive of ways. Watching projects emerge that would have struggled to receive funding in a conventional way, be supported financially to help meet the needs of a local community has been deeply rewarding. Across 2 cycles, I have watched Newham change, flourish, and become a borough that really looks after and supports its inhabitants. And it has been an opportunity that I've been very proud to be a part of. Thank you.
Thanks, Ida and Yeva and Maz. Quite inspirational. I'm quite moved. So thank you for that. Samuel's pointing at me. What am I doing wrong?
We've got the youth advisory board.
I know, we're going on to that now.
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay. You're not going to show me the slides, so
sorry,
you're just
yep.
prompting me.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so we this year have recruited a youth advisory board, and we're lucky to have Zahira here with us. So do you want to come up as you're so close to the front, Zahira, say hello?
Hi everyone, my name is Zahira. I joined the Youth Advisory Board to empower more young people to take initiative and to get myself more involved in my community. Recently, we've been working on making the applications form more accessible for young people to take part in, as well as attending the People Powered Places launch event to introduce ourselves and outline things we would like to see. Thank you.
Thanks, Zahira. Okay, now it's time to look at Custom House and Canning Town priorities. So, Newham's priorities. Newham's strategy for 22-26 is to build a fairer Newham. And this strategy is summarised in a document called the Corporate Plan. Building a fairer Newham has 8 priorities that the council focuses on. So, a healthier Newham and ageing well, which is one of our options. Newham's inclusive economy to support you in these hard times. Your neighbourhood, safe for Newham, homes for our residents, supporting our young people, people-powered Newham, and widening participation, and a campaigning council. So the ones we're not focusing on are a campaigning council and what was the other one? Homes, that's right. Thank you, Samantha. As soon as the script is taken away, it goes out of my head. Yes. Okay, right. Next slide, please, Samuel. So these are the priority themes. So based on the 8 from Building a Fairer Newham, 6 themes have been identified for you to choose as local priorities. So health and wellbeing, inclusive economy, environment and public spaces, community safety, youth empowerment, and community development and participation. You should have cards on your table that go into a bit more detail about those priorities. Right, so now it's time. So because since the 3rd of June, 296 neighbours have chosen local priorities online and in person. So you've got a chance to discuss the priorities with your neighbours. If you haven't already, you can now choose the priorities which will be added to what has already been selected. So local priorities will shape the type of projects that receive funding to meet the community's needs and goals. So now it's over to you. We're going to give you about 15 minutes. Have a chat on your table. Facilitator will just reiterate what the priorities are, get you to think about which ones are most important to you for Custom House in Canning Town. And then the next activity, we will ask you to vote if you haven't done so already. Okay, so over to you, 15 minutes to chat on your tables, look at the cards, laminated cards, and talk about the different priorities, okay? Or the Menti code on menti.com. Okay, place your votes and then I will give you a little warning before time is up, and then we will see the results revealed in front of us. Okay, give you a few minutes.
Online, if you've already voted, which I think is what Lisa was saying, please don't vote again. It's meant to be one vote per person. But I've put the link in the chat if you haven't had the opportunity to. Leandra, sorry, I didn't get a chance to say hello and welcome.
Oh, hi.
Everything.
Do we use the QR code? Oh, okay, found it. Never mind.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was me. I saw that people, well, one person had done it before we before we started the session. So I thought I better close it, and then was so in our conversation that I forgot to open it again. So that one's on me. Oh, let me pause.
This voting, but let's find out what's happened. Can we come back together in the room and online? Hello. Okay, right. We are going to let colleagues and computers do the business and count up the votes. So while we're counting up the votes, I just want to check what kind of chats have we been having, because I think there's obviously been some great ones. So Anna, was there any chats online that anybody would like to just let us know about their priorities?
Lisa, I'm the person doing the numbers in the background.
Oh, you're the person doing the numbers. Oh my goodness.
I've done it though.
Okay.
I've done it though.
You've done
And it's
it.
looking
Okay.
really exciting.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get Anna to not only multitask, but yeah, crazy task.
So I don't know where to begin with summarizing our conversation. It was really rich and in depth. I think overall, like health and well-being came up a lot, particularly around older people and loneliness, mental health, well-being being the key to unlocking our ability to live well. We spoke about inclusive economy. Danny said it's our pathways to ways out of poverty. He was talking about the importance of environment and public spaces, really thinking about our spaces as spaces of leisure and to relax, especially as there's so much development going on in Canning Town. And we also spoke about community safety and youth empowerment. We spoke about them all. Youth empowerment, the importance of having a solid start in life, building skills of young people to be able to, live well as they get older. So yeah, it was a really rich conversation that could have gone on and on. So thank you.
Amazing. Thanks, Anna. So I just want to say, really, from a point of view of somebody who's been doing People Power Places for a while, before that community assemblies, before that citizens assemblies, it's great to see such turnout of young people, and thanks to colleagues and the young people for coming along, and also the changes we've made to the People Power Places programme. Hopefully have proved quite exciting and quite enticing to young people to come along and get more involved. So thank you for everybody in the room for getting along. Okay, are we nearly ready to do a reveal? No? Okay, we're not. So let's find out in the room a bit more about priorities that have been talked about. Does anybody fancy just giving us a little bit of feedback about how things were talked about on their table? Yeah? Okay, so I think, oh great, Sadiq, yeah? Okay, we're just going to get you a microphone.
Thank you. Hello? Oh, thank you. So our table shows, well, 5 subjects that we just had some discussions about. So I'm just going to give you just a brief overview. I'm not going to keep everybody too long. So the first thing was community safety. So we spoke about promoting ward panel meetings to the young people and getting them more involved in ward panel meetings. and getting their opinions on things as well. Inclusive economy. We spoke about financial education, some entrepreneurial training to people who are interested, advising people to, take, a few more risks and just getting the economy going locally. Also, youth empowerment. This is a good one as well. Just find out what these young people are interested in, because not everybody wants to go to college. People want to learn a trade or something. So get what they're interested in and kind of facilitate that for them as well, to empower them and make them grow. Well, what's your name again, please? Remind me. Sadeka. So she has a nail salon, and she's also empowering young girls and training them in these skills. So things like that, what local businesses can do to help young people is quite important. So I think that that's something that we can focus on as well. And also to invest in public spaces. Lighting, I know, is quite bad because I patrol Custom House in Canning Town on a regular basis. So I think that we could improve on that. And also, Ramsey also had a good suggestion here talking about maybe getting someone in the park on a voluntary basis, but obviously make it kind of like incentivize it to, protect, like watch kids, like a park officer type thing, to watch kids while they're there, if they have any questions to ask or whatever, to kind of facilitate them. And, obviously make sure that they are DBS checked and stuff, and, they can be there to guide and help them. So that's about it so far.
Amazing. And it sounds like you're already having discussions about project ideas, which we'll come to in more depth soon. So anybody else want to feed back about priority chats? Medine, I think you're getting waved at from both ends, aren't you?
So one thing you spoke about was community safety, because community safety is a key thing. As Giuliano said, he had a friend who came back to East Ham, and one of his friends got robbed by a guy. But
I was talking about the well-being of our community, and as I myself went through some difficult times over the past few years. And during that journey, what I've learned, there were a lot of loneliness, and also people going through different struggles, and of course, in their lives. And during that period, I've actually learned that I'm now a community and surrounds that is so much needs and help to help and support those struggling mental health. And I believe that we could do a bit better on that, just to get them more included and more inclusive, and help each other, basically.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody else? I think Maria was calling for a chat over this way. Okay, yeah, go there first. Yeah.
Hello, thank you. Thanks for putting me on the spot for that. Yeah, of course. So, yeah, I think our priority was very much community safety. I feel that we had a few examples shared on the table where there's a lot more that could be done. I think health and well-being for myself and my sister personally as well. I'm an addict in recovery. I spent a long time as a cocaine addict, and my life got very, very dark. And thank God for the people around me. I've been clean and sober for 5 years now. So I shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. Don't think that. No, but for me personally, I grew up in Canning Town, and I feel like my struggles began as a young person, not being able to talk, not having any real mentorship, not having any role modeling. And I've come to learn that I was suffering through fear and not being able to communicate. And I feel like having an offering where there's a sense of community and a sense of unity in the area, where people can come and join and be part of something, is really, really important. But regardless, I have to say, everything that you guys are doing is absolutely wonderful. None of this existed when we lived here. So it's absolutely beautiful. Well done, everyone.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing. That means a lot. Thank you. Maria, did you have another feedback?
Hello. Thank you for putting me on the spot, Maria. our table was mainly sort of discussing youth empowerment. I know for myself, it's an important area for me. I've worked in schools for many years. And so over the years, you've seen the decline in an abundance of activities within the local borough for the children. Yeah, I don't know if any of you are parents and you saw maybe 5 years ago the magazine that came out with all the activities, and you were sort of waiting because it had riding. And if you look at that now, there's very few, and if there are, it's expensive. And I know there's a lot of parents that are struggling. And by the time the children return back to school and you say, what have you done over the summer? It's very little because their parents can't afford it or those types of things. So it's just finding activities that are affordable for parents that are also local, where children can go to, where they can explore different things that they like to do. From, I mean, I know as a kid, I've done everything from baking to badge making. You know, schools are brilliant and they try to do as much as they can with the budget that they have, even though a lot of them are struggling. But I think the wider community needs to put something in place for them. Equally, there's a struggle with older teens and trying to engage older young people to have activities or pique their interest in something. So I'm talking about 17, 18-year-olds. They're not quite sure what they want to do. Life is boring. Where do they go now? There's no youth zones and everything's digital. So it's trying to figure out what interests them and try to get them involved themselves in that way and figure out what they want to do for the future as well.
Okay, thank you. One more? Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is AJ. I have lived in Canning Town my whole life since '91. And we discussed one of the priorities, community development and participation, because myself and my friend here, Tina, we who is deaf, we met and we realized that there was a real need to highlight communication and the barriers between deaf people and hearing people, and we want to work to break that down. I'm a level 6 BSL student myself, and I'm working to be an interpreter like these two lovely ladies. And we started a coffee morning free in the community in Canning Town. We started in May and we saw it explode and a real interest birthed, and people really want to learn sign language, and I'm here to champion that all the way. So our project is going to be focusing on that and getting the community involved, because when you meet deaf people, which they are a lot in Newham, knowing the basics makes them feel like, wow, you know, you've taken the time to learn it. And sign language is beautiful, is visual, and I love it. So yeah, I'm championing it all day, and I hope that people, you know, support the cause.
Amazing. So we're going to get onto the priority development, but we've got another person who wants to feedback. Hello.
Shall I stand? Yeah? Okay. Hello, my name's Laura, and I am a fashion designer. And we were talking about the projects about health and well-being, as well as financial inclusion. And we spoke about young people not having enough activities to do. And I would like to focus on some workshops, some creative tailoring, and to recycle clothes, so reducing the waste of clothes. So, you know, changing some clothing to like hairbands or some jewelry or some mosaics. Thank you. Yeah, and they can make creative gifts. And actually, there isn't that much money spent because these clothes were going to go to waste anyway. And I was thinking of focusing this project on like age ranges. So, for example, like 5 to 8 year olds and so on. And we can make it really inclusive and include like disabled children, and to encourage everyone to get involved. So people who are feeling anxious or socially isolated, bring them into a space to bring their creativity out and their ideas.
Amazing. Thanks, Laura. Wow, I am hearing lots of exciting priority discussions and also project discussions. We are going to get on to the project discussions. I'm just a bit worried we're going to run out of time. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We might just need to cut down a bit later some of our session, but let's hear from people who want to talk now. Trisha?
So I think one thing we definitely recognize when we're looking at these priorities is there are lots of synergies and they're all related to each other, but youth empowerment did stand out as one, and so did inclusive economies. One discussion we had around our table particularly was jobs for young people and the lack of available jobs that are granted to young people. And if we look at new statistics on number of young people not in education, employment to training, it sort of like reflects, the common issues that are there. Inadvertently, I mean, that's linked to community safety, where, crime rates tend to be higher generally when people are not in employment. So that seemed to be a cross-cutting theme as well. Health and well-being generally was, another cross-cutting theme, and it's also linked to environment and public spaces. So, we have neighborhoods that are cohesive, that's also influenced by having good public spaces for people to convene and for people to actually socialize, sort of good, safe public spaces. So inadvertently, everything is sort of like linked to each other. But I think because the youth are the future, that was definitely one theme that stood out. And then the health and well-being as well, which is pretty much linked to everything else.
Yeah, thanks very much, Tricia. And yes, last but not least, Louise, Betty and Chris are waving. Yes, please, we've got a young person over there who wants to tell us about the priority discussions.
We have talked about the importance of youth empowerment, more opportunities and life skills like cooking, public speaking, and etc. Careers, GCSEs help info, and the more opportunities for sports activities. And we have also talked about community safety, like bad behavior, phone robbing, and organized fights amongst youth.
Thank you. Great stuff. Well, I think you've nailed public speaking, so there you go. Okay, are we going to maybe look at our
Sorry,
priorities?
Lisa.
and see what we
Sorry to
propose?
interrupt.
Yes,
We've got a hands up online from Danny.
lovely. Go for it, Danny.
Yeah, hi guys. It's enthralling to hear all those ideas, and it's actually inspired me to have an idea, which I won't be taking forward, but maybe somebody could steal it for later. And that's because that's based on the 17 to 18-year-old demographic. I've noticed that there's a lot of young people who haven't got much to do and a bit disconnected from, I suppose, getting ahead in the ladder of life of success. And so I thought if somebody was to put a project where for 1 week, people who had just left school and didn't know what to do, I know there's many a program, but if it was organized by the community to just give a 1 week sort of like crash course in what a stockbroker is. Everybody wants to make money. A 1 week's crash course into what a lawyer is. So everybody knows, lawyers make money. 1 week course into a doctor or a nurse. And, some of these staple professional occupations where maybe people from Custom House and Canning Town don't think they can achieve at the moment. But if they had a door opened to say, this is what it involves, if you're prepared to take those steps, then after this week course, we can point you into maybe a university, into a college, what could facilitate your progression. And so you wouldn't feel that it's not for you, because a lot of the time, especially with the young people, they feel it's not for them. That's about it.
Thanks, Danny. Good idea. Okay, so now it's time to find out which priorities we are going to have, so then we can move on to the project ideas. So, are we going to do a countdown, Samuel? We are, aren't we? Okay, who's with me? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, look at youth empowerment.
So, youth empowerment.
Right, youth empowerment's clear. I don't need to count that.
Health and well-being.
Well done, by the way.
Health and well-being.
Health and well-being is a clear second.
And community safety.
Community safety is a clear third. It was very close with inclusive economy from this angle. However, yeah, please take your pictures, gasp and applaud or not. Yes. Okay, how exciting. I'm still taking it in. So youth empowerment, top of the list. Health and well-being, community safety. Okay, right. Madine, how do you feel about that? She's like, wow. Okay, right. So now we then go on to the project ideas. We've already heard some of the amazing ideas in the room. So it's a chance to take a deep dive, as they like to call it, into a bit more about what the project could entail. So what's your project idea? Hopefully, nearly every table has got a potential project lead, or somebody with just a fab idea for Custom House in Canning Town. So, facilitators, get ready. So, if we can go around the table, share any project ideas you may have. You don't need to have a project idea to be part of this. This is, the conversation, isn't it? So, as a group, decide which one or two ideas to focus on. One is fine, because we will ask for a little bit of feedback again. Experts and neighbours to provide feedback to help develop your idea. And then there are prompts there for our facilitators. But what I need to just think about now is which table is going to focus on which priority area, if that makes sense. So if we just look at this table here, do we feel, I'm looking at ideas that came up, do we feel health and well-being is where it's going to be? Yeah? Okay, great. 3 were health and well-being, community safety, and youth empowerment. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Right, can I, rather than go around all the room, can I ask you to decide which, I'm getting a thumbs up for youth empowerment over there. Yeah, brilliant. So Sadiq is our community safety expert in the room. Do you want to just stand up and give everybody a wave again? So if a table is really itching to look at community safety project ideas, please do grab Sadiq and exchange him with another facilitator, if that makes sense. Because, I'm getting health and well-being from Glenette. Yeah, is that right? Okay, so I'm going to give you, what time are we on? 1:15. I'm going to give you a good 20 minutes to look at some project ideas. Like I said, we've already heard some wonderful ones. We just want you to work them up a bit more. We want you to talk to our experts, find out what might be feasible, what might not be, whether a costing is feasible, whereas a place of delivery is feasible, all of the prompts that are up here. So is it a long-term, short-term idea? Does it sound realistic? Can it be delivered in a year? So, okay. All right, so if I can ask the facilitators to support the discussion on your table, agree on a priority, and then look at a project idea in that area. Does that make sense? Grab me and Madine. If it doesn't, Madine wants to just join in.
And can I just ask that you use the flip chart on your table to take some notes on the project idea that has come forward? Please make sure you use the flip chart on the table so we can have those to make contact with the prospective project leads. Thank you.
Great, we'll give you a warning in about 15 minutes. So, okay, so last time we heard a bit about the priorities and why people chose them. We also heard some ideas for projects. But this is a chance now to give us any other ideas that have come out of your table that are going to address the priorities that Custom House and Canning Town chose, and in your breakout rooms online. So just to remind ourselves, youth empowerment got the most votes. Health and well-being was next, and then we had community safety. So, okay, can we have any volunteers in the room who would like to give us a little bit of feedback on their priority idea or project? Facilitators, have we got any ideas we can feedback on? Sorry? We've got King. Okay. King, for those who don't know you, is a little bit of a superstar in the Canning Town Custom House area, already having had 2 successful projects. So, what's your idea this time, King?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is King Ogoremi. I'm a master barber, and I've been cutting hair for 34 years. So, and I'm a resident of Newham. So, what we've been talking about, the priorities about youth empowerment. So, I'm a barber, and I realized most of the young people comes to us. We speak about their problems, and I think we can actually help them when barber shops connect. And I think we are an integral part of the community. People come to us every weekend, so we see young people in different walks of life, different race, ethnic. We speak to them about the challenges they have in school, at home, so it affects their mental health. So we have a lot of things we speak about in the barbershop. So the barbershop is like a hub in the community. So what we plan to do is, for me, I'm a parent. My boy was here now. He's gone to church now. So I saw him as a boy growing up on the street, and he could be challenged with different kind of difficulty from family backgrounds and stuff. So I see them on the street every time when I'm in the shop. I see a lot of young people, they drop out of school, or because they don't have love from the family, the broken home. There's a lot of stuff going on with those young people mentally. So that's why I decided to start this project called Barb and Engage. So I offer them free haircut. So in every event we've done over, I can't count. So I'm trying to bring the barbershops together. If we work together in every area, then every other engagement, every other programs can work around us. Like, for example, the last one I did, we hosted over 100 young people in this library. I offered them free haircut. Then I introduced some other, like the London Fire Brigade, there's some music school. They all came in and they spoke to some other young guys. Some of them want to be musicians. Some of them want to be some of them want to be footballers. So we're trying to keep offering them free service while they come to the events, and other organization comes there and speak to them about what they do. So it's all about bringing back the youth club, like, because these guys are on the streets. They don't have clue about what they want to do, especially the 17 years old. I asked them, what do you want to do when you finish college? They say, King, I don't know. So I realized that these kids have been lacking this kind of, mentorship. They don't really have time. The parents don't really have time for them. They're chasing out money every time. We understand that. But he left them to be idle, and their mind is just everywhere. So that's why they could easily be groomed by different kind of people to do bad stuff on the street. So that is why we are trying to work together here and bring some kind of engagement to them by, like this guy here, Babs. Babs is a mentor. He speaks to young people. He had a podcast. He brings young people to his podcast. They speak about their issues and that. And we've been trying to set up something for them for this summer. But I personally will be working. I'm open to work with any organization that deals with young people. I offer them the best and free haircut they can get anywhere. So I think with that, they could easily come down to the event, and we can actually engage them and give them more opportunities. Like, it's not going to be school every time. They just want to be like athletes. They want to be singers. They want to be media people. We can just give them these vocational trainings, and they could create employment for themselves. For example, I have some young people now that they're going to be starting out with me this summer. That they are 16 years old. I'm going to give them part-time employment with me in the shop, because for the past 2 years, I've been training them how to cut hair, and they've been doing very well. And I think Karim is one of my my best student. He's been a superstar in the school now. He's been working with, troubled people before, but now the bad brain has reshaped his mindset. He can earn money on his own through calling it to his friends. He can stay at home. He can come to the shop. And he even told me, say, King, you made me a lot of money. And now I started thinking about what I want to do with my life now. So that's the great deal for me as a parent, that I can change him. So that is what I've been talking about here on the table, like what we can actually do to shaping these young people and giving them opportunities to explore and see what we can do to them.
Thanks, King. Right, I hope you brought your business cards with you, King, because I think you might get a few people who are interested in talking to you after the event. Okay, so hi Zoe, we've got
Hello.
some feedback from that table. Thank you.
That sounds like I've heard about your projects, King. It's such a brilliant idea. So my organisation, I work with a lovely woman called Bo, some of you know, and we were funded last year, did a project in Stratford called People Need People, and our kind of idea is a holistic approach to reducing social isolation, mainly amongst elders. And we do that through digital inclusion, but also face-to-face, bringing people together, going out on trips, but teaching people how to use these things that young people tend to chuck at them. But yeah, have a phone. We can stay in touch now, but don't give them passwords and all the information. When they ask for help, just snatch the phone and do it quickly and don't show them how to do things for themselves. But I can't go for that project again. So we're like coming up with a new idea. So based on a project we did here, where we help people through digital inclusion, but create digital books, where they're learning new skills and creating books that are very meaningful to them. We'd like to do that here. We were referred participants from Starlane Medical Centre, so people who were isolated wanted to learn something but do something meaningful. So so we would like to run a year's worth of programs, 3 courses, maybe 8 to 10 weeks, where people can learn at their own pace and create digital books. This one is a book that a woman made. She made a book all about her parents' love letters they wrote to one another. And both her parents had recently died. And she'd found it really difficult to go up in the loft and open that box and go through those letters. But this project provided a vehicle for her to do that. That's just one example. Another woman made a book about her severely disabled son as a kind of way to help other parents who've potentially gone through something like that. So we didn't put a limit on, we didn't say you've got to do your book about this or that. People just completely came up with their own ideas. I think it probably could be themed, but these are quite precious heritage documents. They're very precious to the people who made them, and they're giving them to grandchildren, whatever. But I was thinking, because the Heritage Centre is opening over the road, that maybe we could partner with them and these books could end up over there. But these are printed versions, but they're also digital. They could be projected massive under that underpass by Morrison's. You could have an amazing event where people are actually learning about different people, different cultures through the books that are made, but also people are learning new skills. So that's my idea. It probably needs refining, but very much a health and well-being, but digital skills project.
Yeah. Amazing. Thanks, Zoe. Yeah, okay. So we've got a hand up over here. Hello again.
Hi everyone, me again. I don't need to stand up again. I know you will see me. So so now that we know the priorities, we were able to kind of discuss some of the projects that we were thinking about and how it fits in with the priorities. So we were thinking about health and well-being, and again talking about deaf people. We were saying that we thought it would be great if we could obviously mix the hearing world and the hearing community and the deaf community to raise awareness on the lack of communication and the barriers that are in there. And already 3 lovely people have approached me about our coffee morning saying they want to learn sign language. So, that's a fantastic thing. And as well, we're thinking about youth employment and supporting deaf young people into work, because there's a lot of barriers and problems when they're applying for jobs. Like immediately the question pops up, have you got a disability? And most employers, when they see, oh, the person's deaf, they think, oh, they might not be able to do that. We also want to raise awareness in businesses, link with local businesses to offer young deaf people work experience, build up their skills, help them with their CVs and cover letters, interview preparation, and all that, as well as community safety and deaf awareness. If you're in a situation where you want to alert a deaf person, but you can't sign, what do you do as a hearing person? And also in there as well, teach hearing people how to do BSL level 1. And I think we had quite a few people saying they were interested and would like to learn. So yeah, we're here for that.
Great. Okay, right. We've had a couple of health and wellbeing. We've had a youth empowerment. Was there anything on your
Hello.
table, Sadiq?
May I just, no, me.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Good evening, lovely people. I am Julia Brown, and I'm looking to run some workshops in this library. By way of quick summation, I'm a teacher, trainer, coach, author, as well as many other things. My intention is to create workshops that are intergenerational. At the end of the day, it's about passing the baton and sharing different life experiences. So programs that I'll be looking to do is about how to positively build yourself up from a broken relationship. Now, that doesn't mean a partner. What's the relationship you have with yourself? So at the end of the day, it's about empowering people to look at themselves in the mirror, because I do mirror work and shadow work as some of my exercises. The whole objective of what I'm looking to offer is to help people to identify what their barriers are and then to move at their own pace. I'm looking to really work for people who have felt crushed in some way, be it through circumstances, be it through people, be it through places. I'm also looking then to connect with other organizations here, because the youth are our future leaders. And at the end of the day, they do need some guidance and they do need some positive role models. The workshops that I'm looking to offer is to combine my lived experiences, because it's vast, but I'm more interested in helping people at their place of need. A lot of young people are always being told what to do. It's important that we actually start listening, asking what do they actually want, so they can be leading as opposed to us telling them what to do. Does this make any sense to anybody right about now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? So the bottom line is that I'm really just looking to run different workshops here for different age groups to empower the local community for them to rise up and be the champions that each and every one of you are. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Okay, I am conscious part of my role is to try and keep us to time. That's going to be a bit tricky because we haven't heard from everybody yet, and we've got a few more slides. But I'm just wondering, I was trying to ask you, Sadiq, was there any sort of community safety project ideas, maybe from the back of the room? Yes? Oh, good. Samantha's going to run over with a microphone. Thank you. Well, if she can get through the chairs.
Yes, so I'm gonna, we were discussing about the issues that we're having in the area, lighting being a main thing, and also a space where young people can, you know, kind of hang out with, you know, very few issues, you know, worries about being robbed or anything like that. So we kind of were pulling ideas together, talking about maybe creating some kind of space that young people are free to go and, you know, relax and, do you know what I mean? It's like a safe space for them. That's, you know, monitored, that's also quite visible, that has good lighting, and, you know, could basically be a place where it could be a safe space and kind of get rid of that element, because I think that a lot of the places that are dim, or that's a gateway for people to do bad things. If the area is not well kept, if the area is not lit properly, it's just giving people an opportunity to do bad things to people. So if we can improve on an area and kind of have like a safe space for young people in the community, I think that could be a win for just the whole community in general.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think we've got another hand up at the back, Samantha, or...
I was just going to add to your point. I think it's imperative to realise that Newham itself, Newham Council, has a lot of youth centres. Just to make you aware that there's a youth centre like not far from here, obviously Shipman, which is a very safe environment for them. There's a lot of youth centres around in Little Ilford, Forest Gate. Where's the other one?
Beckton.
Stratford, Beckton. There's a loads of them about. So you're looking for those safe spaces. They're all about there regarding that.
Thank you. Yeah, do you want to right to reply, Sadiq? Do you want to take the mic, or? Okay, so just for those online, we're talking about centre opening times. I know that.
Sorry, our times vary. So on a Tuesday, we do from 3:30 to 5:30, and then 6:30 to 9, and then on a Wednesday is the same similar time. So we do that from no, sorry, got that wrong actually. I'm still new, so I get that wrong sometimes. From 1:30 we open on a Tuesday, from 1:30 to about 9 o'clock. The sessions, we do have a break in between that time, 1:30 on a Wednesday and a 1:30 on a Wednesday and a Tuesday, and then we do send sessions on a Thursday as well. Which is mainly for our young people who obviously have special needs as well. And then on a Friday, we obviously got a time from, we start about 12:30 to about 2:30, and then we start from 3:30 till about 6 as well on a Friday. So but it varies across all different centres. So all different centres have different varied times. But I'm just talking mainly for us as Shipman, as my other colleagues are here as well. So I'm just making you aware that we have other centres across the board, across Newham, that have those safe spaces. There isn't a lot of services, unfortunately, after 9 o'clock that have that service, but in those periods, that's what we're here for.
Sure, thank you. Okay, I'm just going to see if Anna has got anybody online who would like to tell us about any potential project ideas.
Danny, do you want to share?
Yeah, it was to do with Fiona. So she's been speaking about loneliness and isolation with respect to the senior citizens. And so although it's not part of the priorities, I think we'll go back and forth with options, but it does involve health and well-being. And with my personal training background, suggested sort of like getting a number of older people, not all senior citizens, just to address also the intergenerational side of things, to maybe train in the park during the summer months, and from that lead on to other activities which could be networked with activities which are ongoing at the moment and proposed. So maybe stay tuned to this spot, because Fiona, I'm not a working group, I'm a working group member, so I can't really propose a project, but I can certainly point the fingers in the correct direction for people who do have a project and are keen to give it legs.
Great, thanks, Danny. Any others, Anna?
No, we were mainly working group members online, so we mainly focused on Fiona's project idea.
Amazing, thank you. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up unless anybody feels they've not had a chance to. Right, over this table. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vivian. So I run computing sessions for young people, and the children is from 5 to 14. My project is to run summer camp for the children. And I hear you that you was mentioned about we don't have many activities in Canning Town. Now I want to bring back to the Canning Town in the next year. So that what is my idea? Idea is that the children not only to learn coding, robotics or any the digital. They also have the chance can go outside to if they want to play football, chess, or maybe any activities. I think for the summer camp or any activities during the half term is beneficial for if you are the parents, you can drop just your children to us in a safe area. For example, we run in a school. And so at the moment, I partnership with many schools, but it's not in the Canning Town. So I think about mine is beneficial if you want your children to learn something new, and also during the activities in the half term, that would be great. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Vivian.
And I'm looking forward to collaborate with you all. Thank you.
Excellent. Right, and we've got one more hand over there, please.
Hi, my name is Savannah, and I'm trying to start a little bracelet jewelry business. And I've been seeing like lots of people in my school have been wanting to do it, but they're not sure. And I've been trying to persuade them to do it because this could be a dream. Not only a dream, but it's for fun and you're still getting money. And I've been seeing loads of people online been doing businesses for helping people, helping their family and other people to get cures for their family, because they might have something that they might have got hurt or something, but there's no cures. So I just really wanted to say that.
Thank you, Savannah. Okay, and I think we've got another hand at the back. Then I think I'm going to have to make it the last one because I'm going to keep you here till midnight otherwise.
Okay, I will try to keep this one
Thank
short.
you.
But just to resonate here with the idea of the young lady here about their dreams, and one of the ideas I had was to really come up with some boot camps to help young children and youth to run a small business. You know, what is the necessary sort of steps there to run a business, and perhaps develop a business boot camp for youth between 16th and 25th, and going through that processes with them to help them then understand how to run a small little business. So this is one of the ideas there, and the others that I may have here, but I will be putting that forward in the project. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it's getting quite exciting here about all these ideas people have. Okay, I'm going to say thank you, everybody, for coming, and I'm going to hand over to Medine, who's just going to talk through the next steps quite quickly, and then we can let you go. But thank you for making it a really engaging and lively event.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so we're almost there. How do we apply for funding? So applications will open on Friday, 18th July and close on Sunday, 14th September. We will be accepting applications via a new form called Plinth, by video, audio, or Word document. We will be running online support clinics in July, and some dates will be coming up soon. And of course, us, your neighborhood team, will provide personalized support. Next slide. Okay, so why should you apply for funding? Of course, to access seed funding, gain community buy-in, develop your knowledge and skills, and to grow your network. Okay, so of course, your community neighborhood team, Lisa, and myself will be available for drop-in sessions, support sessions, starting on the 17th July, 11 to 3 p.m. here, Canning Town Library, and on the 23rd July, 11 to 3 p.m. at Custom House Library. We will also be informing you later of some more dates that you can drop in. And of course, I hope you all have my email address. Get in touch and we can make some dates possible. Okay, so please take a snapshot with your phones. Some other online support. On Tuesday, 22nd July, 5 to 7 p.m., there will be the VCFS-led projects support clinic. On Thursday, 24th July, again, 5 to 7 p.m. for the resident-led projects. And the youth-led projects online clinic will be 30th July, 5 to 7 p.m. So make sure you scan that and mark your diary. So we're almost there, or we're at the very end. On your table or about to be handed out just now are some feedback. We're going to ask you to just complete them, please, please, please. We need this. Don't leave and don't complete a feedback form, or you can quickly scan the QR code to fill in the form. And I know Lisa has already said thank you, but I want to extend a massive thank you, thank you, thank you for coming out this evening, for sharing your ideas. Some of you I know are very excited at this moment. You didn't know what to expect, but you took the invite, you're here, and you're ready to submit your project idea. Feel free to get in touch, and you'll be hearing more from me, and I'll be speaking with some of you pretty soon. So thank you everyone for coming, and we will keep you informed of other dates coming up within the People Powered Places program. Okay? And thank you to all BSL interpreters, all the other team members. Thank you so much, facilitators, for your time, your generous support. Thank you. My working group members online, thank you everyone for coming out. And have a good evening and good night.
Thank you.